I love all of these pieces. I love clothes. I love clothes. I'll say it.
Alexis Sunshine 83, it's always sunny here.
Hey Sunshiners, Alexis Sunshine 83 here. This thrift haul has been brewing for months. I actually got one of the pieces back in January, already thinking, oh my gosh, this is going to be amazing for my future fall thrift haul. So buckle in, baby. We're getting right into it. No 4-minute intro for this video because I'm just way too excited to share these with you. I'm gonna start out with a piece that I got back in January and have been waiting for this moment to finally share with you all this Halloween themed Winnie the Pooh sweater vest. Like, look at those pumpkin buttons. It combines my two favorite things, Halloween and Winnie the Pooh, together, and like seasonal Halloween themed knits. I got this off of Depop for $24, and the main reason I got it actually in January is I had gotten a new PO box and I needed to verify that like shipments would successfully deliver there. So I liked this, obviously, but I bought it to like be able to track that it got delivered, and it obviously did. I have had kind of different opinions on sweater vests over the past couple of years. Like, it really is an up and down feeling with me. Either I absolutely love them, or I'm like, I don't think this goes super well with my style. Like, it really goes up and down. But a Halloween themed sweater vest is way more wearable for my climate in October because it can range from like 80 to 90 degrees. Sometimes we've gotten colder days, but it doesn't last as long. So a lot of my Halloween themed sweaters and like long sleeve cardigans, I haven't been able to really wear this October, and have been really wearing these Halloween sweater vests so much more. Next, I have these three pieces that I'm grouping together because I got them when I did a sponsorship with Savers over on Instagram. So I didn't use my own money. I used a gift card that Savers had provided. This first floral button-up dress, I gasped when I found it in the Savers that I was filming this sponsorship. Obviously, like any Savers I go to always has such good stuff. Like, no matter where it's at, there's always so many gems. But that day I was like, oh my gosh, thank goodness, because I'm filming this thrifting portion and like these pieces are gonna be included. I think it was for the National like Thrift Shop Day, and that day that I went to film that video was just so good. And I found multiple vintage floral dresses like this, but this one is originally from Donna Rico, and this is a perfect piece that I can wear all year round. But specifically for fall and winter, I can layer a leather jacket, I can wear tights, I can wear boots with it. Like, it has a lot of range, which is so perfect for the climate that I live in. I've already worn it a ton. And then another floral dress that I had found that same day. Oh my god, I love this thing so much. Like, it is my perfect vintage floral dress. It just kind of reminds me of the 2010s in a way. Like, it makes me feel like American Apparel would have a version of this, like a fast fashion version, not as beautiful and as wonderful as the original vintage item. She keeps trying to go into my ponchos that I'm gonna be including in this thrift haul. I mean, I get it. I love the knit ponchos that I also got, but please don't. Yeah, this dress is just everything. It is originally from, where even is it? Nostalgia, and it has this super cute little lace built into it. Oh, also I forgot to say that this dress does have shoulder pads, and it actually works so well with a dress like this. I was contemplating cutting out the shoulder pads, but I kind of hate doing that because I feel like shoulder pads in these types of dresses or like vintage pieces is just so wonderful and like beautiful and how it was originally constructed. But sometimes I'm fine with cutting out the shoulder pads. In this case, it actually really works with the dress. This one does not have any shoulder pads, but I just realized that I didn't mention the shoulder pads in that. This skirt I thrifted at a different time than when I got those floral dresses for a different Savers sponsorship video for Halloween. I used it for my witch outfit, I think. Oh my god, I'm honestly so proud of that Instagram reel and like working with Savers and all that jazz. But when I found it at the thrift store, I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be perfect for this costume. But also, I have been looking for a velvet kind of tiered style skirt like this for such a long time. So I was excited again about the costume and all that jazz, but like every day and with my style, I was even more excited. It doesn't have a brand on it, but it has a really nice elastic. It fits me super well, and it's almost like a crushed velvet versus a very like sleek looking velvet, and very witchy, very in line with my current style. This top isn't gonna make a lot of sense to be included in a fall collector thrift haul, but it is knit and I am still gonna wear it during fall time. I definitely have like a range of colors that I mix in within my style. I have been not really into pastels, and I definitely am leaning more into darker colors, but there is still a place for colorful pieces like this, and it just felt so early 2000s. And again, it is knit. It's originally from Ralph Lauren. It is 59% linen, 23% silk, and 18% cotton. Like, this blend is so beautiful, and another really great piece that I can wear all year round. And when it does fully transition into kind of more fall weather, I can wear it with a jacket. Also, the main reason why I got it, not only because I liked it, there was this Reformation top, their dusk style like boat neck tank tops I love so much. My one pink top, whatever, I'll put it on the screen, that's where it's originally from. That is the dusk top, and they made a version that was striped just like this, and I was contemplating buying it, but it's like $60, and because I already own one, I was like, okay, I don't want to like buy this in every single pattern. I could, but I don't know. I was feeling very conflicted, and when I finally decided like, okay, actually no, I am gonna get it in that striped pattern, they didn't have it anymore. It was discontinued in that pattern. And so when I found this at the thrift store for, how much was it? $9.99. I did get it back in August. I actually got it when Carrie was visiting to tour one of the places she ended up moving into in Southern California. And this was one of the pieces that I found. Also, the stripes. I love the different like sizes of stripes. I've talked about it before where I'm very picky in regards to the way that stripes are on a piece because I don't want it to feel too preppy. And this again is more of that early 2000s type of stripe vibe. This top I think is going to be quite polarizing. You're either going to love it or absolutely hate it. I do love it. It reminds me of a top that Willow wore in Buffy, or I think it was either a sweater or a top, not super similar, but slightly similar vibes. I actually had gotten it at a Goodwill when I was filming back in my hometown. I'd filmed an entire thrift with me filming back in my hometown, and everything I was looking at this Goodwill was from Shein or Amazon, just very ultra fast fashion, 100% virgin polyester. And when I like was going through the tops and this popped up, I was like, okay, fun pattern, 100% cotton, not from Shein, like actually feels good. And for $6.99, I tried it on. I think I even posted a video of me having it on at Goodwill in Instagram like carousel thing. I'm just really into it. I think it definitely is gonna need a good layering outfit to get my vision across of what I was seeing when I initially thrifted it. But the thrift with me I had filmed, I ended up scrapping. I actually filmed 5 different videos that I ended up scrapping this month. So if it didn't seem like I posted a lot, it's because I was filming a lot. Just a lot of the videos weren't working out, and I don't know, I'm just like have been in a little funk where I film a video and then I end up hating it, which is not good. Have to push past perfection. But also I don't want to post something that I don't like. I want to feel good about all the videos that I post. This video I was like halfway through editing and I was like, honestly, I hate this. So yeah, I'm just including the pieces that I got when I filmed that thrift with me in this video. This was one of them. And then I also found this top at a different Goodwill in my hometown that, again, in a sea of Shein ultra fast fashion pieces, to find something that is vintage and so cool. This is a sparkly pastel purple lavender tank top, kind of like asymmetrical. It is originally from a buyer and it says it's a large, but it definitely fits more like a medium. And none of the thrift stores that I went to had dressing rooms, so I had to try stuff on top of what I was wearing. And this one was really difficult to see how it was actually going to look on top of the top that I was wearing, but I trusted in it, and this is one of the coolest tops that I own. And I think this one was also like, yeah, $5.99 from my little hometown in SoCal, suburbia. This just shows if you have enough determination, passion, and patience, you can find the gems anywhere. I can't remember if I've mentioned this in a recent video, but I have been slightly getting inspired by 2010s like boho style. I think definitely Whimsy Goth has that whimsical boho, but like dark and more like textures of velvet than kind of the 2010s boho. But I think they actually can kind of mix together, and I feel like that's what I've been feeling inspired by recently. And this dress I found at a Savers. It was $11.49. It's originally from Forever 21, so I feel like this was sold at Forever 21 in the 2010s. Honestly, I probably owned it. It is this lacy baby doll bell sleeve dress. I'm pretty sure it had a slip, like a cream slip built into it, because it does have the buttons on the kind of shoulder. And so the person who originally owned this just must have ripped it out, which a couple of years ago when the sheer lace trend was really trendy, a lot of people were doing that. Any dresses that they had that were lace and had built-in slips, they were cutting them out so they could wear them just with like a bra and underwear, or like a bodysuit, or like a bandeau and shorts, which I think is really cute. But I think there's a time and a place for that type of outfit, and luckily I actually own a cream slip that matches this perfect, so I can wear it as just a normal dress with that slip dress under. I have acquired 2 new ponchos, well, secondhand, but new to me ponchos. I've been on a journey for the past, I want to say like 6 to 8 months in finding ponchos that I'm actually gonna wear, because I think with ponchos, in the past, I've gotten some that just were not wearable. Number one, for my climate, but also not wearable for me actually wearing them. Like, they were annoying. And I ended up getting a poncho at a vintage market during the summer, and it like opened up the floodgates. I've worn that thing so many times, and it just made me realize what type of poncho I really love, and have made it possible for me to then find these 2, which, let's start out with this one. If you are a vintage secondhand fashion person, then you have seen this poncho. I don't know where it's originally from, who the original like designer, when it was originally made. I'm pretty sure it's vintage, or at least from the early 2000s, so maybe not yet vintage, but I have been wanting these for years. But they're always like over $100 on Depop, on Etsy. I want to say this one, it was still like $50 on Depop, but because most of them are about like $80 to $100 and up, I just decided to bite the bullet. Yeah, it was $45, which I just felt with the condition of it. And since I now have realized what type of poncho I will actually wear, I thought it was a good purchase, and it has been. I love this thing. I like how it has a base of black of the actual like crochet material base, but then has colorful elements in it. It's a perfect way to mix in color while also really working for like the darker side of my color palette with my style. This poncho is definitely more like for cold weather. I probably can't really wear it right now, maybe in a couple of weeks into November, but it is this gray poncho, and I love the gradient effect that it has. It's just so unique. I've never seen a poncho like this. I ended up getting it off of Whatnot. I don't remember the seller. I'll put it on screen, but I love their Whatnot lives. They always have the best inventory. And when they had held this up and were running it, I had asked like, is it itchy? What's the material like? Because obviously buying a knit, and especially something like this that I knew was going to be chunky, I just wanted to verify that it wasn't itchy or made out of wool or just shedding everywhere, that type of thing. And they were like, no, it feels really comfortable. And yeah, they were totally right. This is so cute. Back in July, I went to a market called Manic Pixie Dream Market in Fullerton and got a couple of pieces from different sellers that I wanted to show. Actually, this bracelet I got at that market, but I don't remember like who the seller was, so I don't know. I don't know who made this, but I did get it from somebody at the Manic Pixie Dream Market. It's just the cutest little silver bracelet. I also got this necklace. I'll put on screen. I do know what seller I purchased this from. This super adorable brown stone heart necklace. Then I picked up this white frilly top, originally from At Last. I don't remember the seller, so I'll put that on screen, but they also had amazing inventory and I gasped when I saw this. I tried it on top of what I was wearing, which it was deep, like end of July, the worst time of summer when it comes to the heat. Like I was dripping in sweat and trying this on top of the top that I was wearing, and it just fit like a glove. I don't know if you'll be able to fully even see the detailing. Like, come on with the little frilly bottom. I then got these two heart Waller tile pieces that are actually on my wall right now. I'll add in a like closer up clip. I don't remember the vintage seller, but I'll put it on screen. They were so nice. They had such great inventory as well. Like I have been really getting more into markets and trying to go to as many as I can when I'm available, and meeting all of the different sellers and the community aspect of it has been so amazing. And I've also then bought some really unique vintage pieces, and I just love the addition to my little gallery wall over there with those heart pieces. Another market I went to was Soul Real Market. They do them in San Diego and Orange County, and in September I had gone to one of them. I actually just recently went to one, which I did get some stuff from, which I'll show in a sec. But these were my anticipation of fall pieces. I think the market was literally the first week of September, and so even more so I was like fall, 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 and I think these both work so well with my current style and fall style, which this gray kind of cool toned floral skirt, it has the almost like slinky 90s material skirt. It is originally from the brand, actually, oh wait, no, there it is, JKLA California. It has a paper tag, and it was, I don't actually remember what the original price, I want to say it was like $30. I thought that this was a really great piece to style for fall because again, it's in those fall tones, the darker tones, but I could totally even wear like this top with it, and so it kind of blends like the weather appropriate with kind of leaning into those fall colors. That's just like what my fall style is. It's like basically summer clothing but in darker colors. Yeah. Then this velvet tie cardigan, this is not doing it justice. You'll see it in the try on portion. Oh my gosh, this is so gorgeous. I knew instantly that I needed this when I saw it at one of the stands. It was $25, originally from Topia, and it has a paper tag. It's also kind of this crushed velvet brown color. It has been a little bit too warm to be able to wear it, so I haven't been able to fully enjoy it yet, but once I'm able to, just get ready. Just get ready. I will not be able to be stopped because I'm gonna want to wear this every single day. At the recent Soul Real market that just happened this past week, I ended up getting 3 pieces for myself and a couple of pieces for someone else that I'm doing a thrift swap with, that you will see that video in November. So I actually filmed the process of me at the Soul Real market and getting those pieces for her, but I also got some pieces for myself, which initially I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so selfish. I'm thrifting for someone else, yet I'm finding so many amazing pieces for myself. And then her and I were messaging about different stuff, and she was like, oh my gosh, I'm finding so many amazing pieces for myself as I'm thrifting for you. And I was like, thank goodness, because I have been doing the same. So we've been doing the same thing, some pieces for each other, but then also some pieces for us. It's always when you are thrifting for someone else that you end up finding everything that you've been looking for months and months. And so yeah, I have no regrets of picking these pieces up, because I also found her amazing pieces at the market as well that you will see next month. First up is this dress. Come on. This sunflower dress, so dreamy, so comfortable, a perfect piece to layer for fall time. Originally from R&K, it has a paper tag, and it was $5. It was on the ground, like in a $5 pile. I mean, it was on like a sheet, so it wasn't just like on the pavement. It was on like a blanket, and everything was $5. And that was in there. The person that was selling it, I actually have met a couple of times at different markets, the Rose Bowl and then also Thrift Con. They are so nice, and they also always have the best 90s vintage inventory. They also have sold at Usagi Mercado, so I highly recommend checking them out. And if you live in Southern California, checking them out at whatever market that they are doing. I know that they always do the Rose Bowl, so if you go to the Rose Bowl, check them out. You will not be sorry. You will be very, very happy. I'm still blown away that this was only $5. They were splitting the booth actually with a different seller that I ended up buying this black knit. Oh my God, it fits so well. I put it on, I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. I need this. This is so cute. It's originally from the brand Say What, and it was, I think, only $15. Yeah, it was only $15. I love the little ties on the sleeves. You'll see, again, in the try-on portion, all the detail. It almost even has a little bit of a pointelle detail. I don't know what it's originally made of. It feels like cotton, I'm pretty sure, but just the way that it was stitched together and the way that it hugs my body, and again, it's short sleeve, I can really have fun with this all year round. And with it being black, I think layering then with, oh my gosh, even with this together, all the pieces go with everything else that's in my closet, but they also go with each other. And oh, I love all of these pieces. I love clothes. I'll say it. The last thing I got at the Sorrel Market for myself is this black and gold little bracelet. The seller that I bought it from has such amazing vintage jewelry, but also handmade jewelry. I also went to the Rose Bowl flea market this month with Carrie, and I filmed that thrifting portion for the thrift spot video that will be coming in November, and mainly was thrifting for somebody else, but I couldn't help myself. I couldn't say no to this tie-dye, almost like baby doll style, very flowy bottom top. It is originally from Peeping Tom, and it was $28. I tried it on top of what I was wearing, and I was, yeah, like, of course I have to get this. With it being a spaghetti strap, again, so perfect for layering and being able to wear all year round. I know I keep saying that, but I have really been honing in to buying stuff that works for where I live. I mean, I have some jackets and stuff that works for when it gets a little bit chillier, but those still, I think, are realistic versus thrifting stuff that like I would need to live in like a Wisconsin winter to be able to enjoy. And so this piece like is so perfect for my climate, perfect for my style, and perfect in general. I ended up finding these boots at a stand within like 20 minutes of being at the Rose Bowl flea market, and I tried them on. They fit me super well. I think they were $100, and I was like, I don't know, like this is the first thing I'm finding, and it's for myself, and I'm supposed to be shopping for someone else. So I ended up leaving them, and I was like, when we leave the Rose Bowl flea market, if they're still there, then maybe I will get them. So I left them, and I think we were there for like 2.5, almost 3 hours. And as we were leaving the Rose Bowl flea market, we passed by the stand, and I saw that they were still there, and I ended up haggling, which was very terrifying. If the person said no and that it was $100, then that would have totally been fine. Like, I totally respect how people like price stuff, but because it had been a couple of hours and they are in good condition, like I made sure to kind of like move them to make sure there wasn't any like dry rot, and I walked around a lot, like back and forth in them to also make sure they were comfortable, but there is some imperfections on them. So I did just ask if they could do a little bit lower, and they ended up kind of meeting me a little bit higher than what I said at $70, which I felt like was a fair price because these would definitely be 70 to 100, maybe even 150 on Depop, and then you're including shipping, buying fees, and not being able to try them on. So because I was able to try them on and all that jazz, I figured, okay, it was meant to be that they're still there, and I got them for less than what they were initially, and they're just so amazing. Carrie that day was looking for more home decor stuff, and she ended up getting 2 frames, but only wanted one of them, but the person would only sell them as a pair, and so she ended up giving me one of them. The other one I think has like 2 people in the photo. You'll have to go over to her channel whenever she posts that video to see what the other one was, but she ended up gifting me this one. I'm gonna show another wall art piece that I ended up getting at the Long Beach flea market that I went this past week, actually the same day that I went to the Seoul Real Market that I got the black top and sunflower dress. This, oh my goodness, it is beaded. I've never seen this before, a beaded wall art piece. I'm really into needlepoint artwork, and I've yet to find the perfect one, but this was kind of like the next best thing, and I really loved the seller's style of the different wall art pieces, and also they had new pieces that they were selling that they have upcycled, so highly recommend checking them out. But this was just, it's so perfect. It was $12. I do have a couple more bracelets in this thrift haul, which are these. Okay, I'm saying they're 3 pieces because these silver ones came as a pack, like they were safety pinned together, and then there are these 2, which I ended up getting 2 more, so I got 5 different bracelets for $20. The other 2 I am going to be including in that thrift swap mystery box that I am making a video on. This one is kind of a wild card. Like, the fact that I thrifted a corset, or I guess kind of more of a bustier top in 2025, like, I'm just so surprised, but I think it totally fits the style that I've been into, which is this brown and black, again, corset, lace up, bustier. I don't know where it's originally from. Being so honest, I think it may be from Amazon or potentially Shein, but the like actual construction is really nice. It has really good boning. I just loved the black with the brown. Also, a plus is it has a zipper on the side, which I know a lot of people hate zippers, especially on pieces like this, because it can very easily make it look cheap. But number one, it's black, so you actually don't notice it that much with it on. And also, I hate having to lace it up, okay? The other bustier that I have does have to be laced up, and to do it like myself if nobody's home, but also like just taking it on and off, like it is such a hassle, and so I don't wear it that often. It's only for like special occasions, whereas this, I just zip it up. It was $8.99 from Savers. I feel like somebody got this from Amazon in 2020, and now I am enjoying it in 2025. As a jacket lover, I have had so much restraint on thrifting any new secondhand jackets because I do have a good amount. I have a couple also in my closet, and I wear all of them, and I'm really happy with my jacket collection, so I haven't really seen that many holes. I do have a couple on my thrift wish list, and when I find them, I will be buying them if they check off every single checklist. But so many I have found that were like almost perfect but not actually perfect, I've ended up not thrifting them, and I'm very proud of myself. One thing I did find that did check every single box is a leather jacket. It's a black leather jacket, and I do own 2 other black leather jackets that I wear a lot, but this one, it's different. It is different. It's longer. It has a different silhouette, and I just was obsessed with it and I needed to buy it. It is originally from Preston in York, 100% leather. I got it from a Crossroads for $40, which I know it's a lot, but Crossroads is kind of like Buffalo Exchange. It's a consignment shop. People are selling their clothes there, so it is a little bit pricier, but my goodness, this jacket doesn't look like it's ever been worn. It's in pristine condition, and it's a little bit more like a jacket versus my other leather blazer that is kind of a similar shape. It is a leather blazer, so it's a little bit shorter than this, whereas this feels like a leather blazer but more of a jacket leather blazer. I'm so excited to have this be part of now my leather jacket collection. Also at Crossroads, I think the same day, I ended up picking up this top, which isn't very fall, but I bought it the same day, so I just wanted to include it. And it does have a black cat on it, which is fall Halloween, and I have a black cat named Salem. Usually I'm not super into screen printed tops. I feel they can look cheap very, very fast, and so many fast fashion, ultra fast fashion brands really lean on screen printing like knit designs, and it's disgusting, especially when they are like 100% polyester. This one is from Cider, so it is from an ultra fast fashion brand, but it's 100% cotton, which I was just so surprised. I loved the graphic, I loved the way that it felt, and then I tried it on and I loved the way that it fit. And come on, that's literally Salem. During a different trip to Crossroads, I ended up finding this Minga London little baby tee, kind of, yeah, like crop top baby tee. I just really liked the graphic. It kind of gave that like grungy gothic with the sword and the wings. It also reminded me of Affliction, which I know Affliction graphics and t-shirts have been really trending in the vintage community, but I'm not super in love with a lot of the silhouettes of vintage Affliction t-shirts. Like, I prefer kind of more of this baby tee style. It was $24.21. I just thought it was a really easy, like simple graphic black baby tee that can go with everything and just, yeah, be super easy to throw on. I then lastly have some pieces that I got off of thredUP that I bought myself. Actually, oh, I totally forgot. I got a hat from Savers. When I had done that Halloween thrifting sponsorship with Savers, I found this velvet hat, and it is so 90s. I love the flower. I think the show was called Blossom. I never watched it because I was born in 94. I don't remember when it originally came out, but this style hat is so in line with that. I have two other hats. These ones I got off of thredUP. This one you've already seen loads. I have been wearing this non-stop, and unfortunately it has no brand name. On thredUP, it just put it as like unbranded, so I have no idea where it's originally from. I don't even know if maybe it's handmade by somebody. I actually did just commission a custom one off of Depop. I'll put the seller here, and I'm picking it up from my PO box after I filmed this, so I will include a photo of me in it, because this silhouette of beanie has been life-changing. It really has. I like how it's very open. Sometimes with beanies, like, it just makes my head feel like a toe, you know? I need some air. I need some holes to, you know, show that I have a head and I don't look like an egg. And so I got it, and then I realized that it really reminded me of like Juliet caps. It's a little bit more like a beanie. I don't think it's a true Juliet cap style, but like a combination. And then I got this tan leather beret. I've been looking for a leather beret for years, and I finally found one then on thredUP. This one was $30. It is 100% leather. I love the silhouette of a beret, but sometimes the felt ones, like I have my Vivienne Westwood one that I got off of Whatnot that I wear all the time, and so I didn't want another like felt one, because if I want to wear a felt beret, I'll wear that one, or wool beret, sorry, not felt. Having a leather one, adding that texture to an outfit, and also like hats. Like, I have been, with getting into different accessories like bracelets, I've been really trying to up my hat game, but I'm very, very picky. So these are the silhouettes, kind of like a bucket hat that I'm into, this like crochet open beanie, and then a leather beret. I feel like I have a really good mix actually. Yeah, I did it. I have done it. I have actually thrifted or bought secondhand a good hat collection. I'm so proud of myself. I only have one sweater in this fall thrift haul. I've become really picky when it comes to thrifting sweaters. Again, very similar to the leather jacket. I have so many little check marks that have to all be checked for me to thrift. And so I've been not really buying any sweaters. And also like the sweater collection that I have, I feel really good about. Like there's not many holes of sweaters. Well, there are a couple, but again, I'm waiting for the perfect ones secondhand, but I did find this on thredUP. It's originally from Unif. It is their sunflower purple sweater. It kind of has like a roll neckline, which I love so much. I'm obsessed with this sweater. It is so me. It goes so perfect with so many of my like all of my skirts I think would look phenomenal in this. It is 100% acrylic, which I'm pretty sure all of Unif sweaters are acrylic, which is like why getting them secondhand I highly recommend, because it's a lot less expensive. I also think these corduroy kind of flare-ish pants that I got off of thredUP would go so well with that sweater. Oh, also the stuff I got on thredUP, like I've gotten over the past like 5 months. I didn't get them all in one order. It's been like random little orders. These corduroy pants I got at the end of September, and they are originally from Gap. They are their lawn and lean. I don't know when they were originally made. I know Gap still sells their lawn and lean jeans, but I don't know if like this specific pair is new or older. I have been on the search for corduroy flare low-rise pants, low-rise, mid-rise-ish pants for a long time, and I was like, oh my gosh, these are perfect. The inseam is long enough, the rise is perfect on the measurements that thredUP had provided, and they fit me so well. I probably could have even done like an inch shorter in the inseam. I am so happy with the amount of velvet that I've thrifted over the past couple of months, and I have another velvet top for you. It is this gradient purple mauve top, originally from American Eagle. This was on thredUP for $13.99. It has a scoop neck, which I wasn't sure how that was actually going to fit, because sometimes a scoop neck is just way too scooped, but I trusted in it, and I'm so happy I did, because it actually lays on my chest super well, where there's enough kind of like space of showing my chest where I can wear a statement necklace, and it just fits me super well. I'm so in love with this top. It's just like an easy top to throw on with anything that's giving a little bit something. Like, love a graphic tee, but a gradient purple velvet top, absolutely. The last item in this thrift haul is this gorgeous patchwork bag that I got off of thredUP. I don't know who originally makes this bag, but this style patchwork bag has been on my thrift wish list for years. I never thought I would ever be able to find something like this, and I did. This one is originally from Stella and Max. It is 100% leather, and it was $36.99. I recently posted a photo on my Instagram with this bag, and like every single comment is like, oh my gosh, I'm drooling over this bag, and literally same. All right, that was everything in this collective fall thrift haul. I had so much fun. I've actually been filming this video for 4 hours, so I'm a little bit delirious, but what kept me going was these gems and showing them to you, and hopefully you enjoyed and it brought you some fall fashion inspiration, or maybe some envy. I know, the bag, I better be locking my windows now. Or the bongo boots, or my velvet little hat. I feel like this one is gonna be a crowd pleaser. Actually, I think most people are gonna hate this. I think it takes a certain person to like a hat like this, and I am that person. If you like thrifting and secondhand fashion, then make sure to subscribe right down below. I mean, you do, because you just sat through this entire video. If you're watching until now, you love thrifting, because why else would you watch me yap about thrifted pieces for the past 30 minutes? I'm sure this video is gonna end up being 30 minutes. Yeah, so you better be subscribed. Also follow me on Instagram, which is alexsunshine83. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.